Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. And today I am going to go over the history of Tarkov and where the game started and where it is now, which is in a horrible position. I'll just give you a spoiler alert. If you've watched anything like the last 4 videos on my channel, probably you'll see what I mean, or you've probably just watched anybody else's video on this game. But yeah, let's get started. To begin, Escape from Tarkov released as a closed alpha game on August 4th, 2016. On December 28th, 2016, it was announced that the game would be going into an extended alpha stage, which would allow select users who pre-ordered the game to get in. This was when Battlestate Games released the 4 pre-order tiers, with Edge of Darkness being the highest pre-order tier at the time, which guaranteed access to the alpha build. During this time, all alpha players were subject to an NDA, which means they could not stream gameplay of Escape from Tarkov until 24th of March 2017, when the NDA was lifted. Shortly thereafter, on July 28th, 2017, the game entered closed beta, which meant no matter what pre-order edition you had, you were now able to play the game. Escape from Tarkov received a substantial spike in popularity in early 2020 on Twitch when they added Twitch drops into the mix. Throughout its entire life cycle, it has always faced cheaters in RTM, which is real money trading, which is the practice of cheaters will sell in-game items for real money. In 2020, around the time of the surge of popularity in the game, they decided to crack down on some of the cheaters in the RTM, which to this day, it helps, but there's still quite a bit of cheaters in that game. Although, in April 2024, Battlestate announced a $250 version of the game referred to as the Unheard Edition, which features offline PvP. Shortly before that, they took away the Edge of Darkness Edition, which they stated would have free access to all subsequent DLCs. After releasing the Unheard Edition, they said the PvE would be exclusive only to the Unheard Edition, even though Edge of Darkness was supposed to have all subsequent DLCs. While they tried to defend their claim of putting it as not a DLC, it fell short because they also gave out Escape from Tarkov Arena as DLC to Edge of Darkness owners. A lot of people argued that if a standalone game counted as DLC in their eyes, that a mode in the main game should as well. Also, the Unheard Edition included a bunch of absurd upgrades, such as a weapons crate, a lucky scav junk box, ammo crates, and 2 radio items, that one of which would make it so scavs wouldn't shoot you from 60 meters away or more, and one that is not set to release yet, but that will be able to call in your friends mid-raid. After severe community pushback, they decided to give EOD members their own non-disclosed radio item, such as the distress signal that can call in your friends mid-raid, and the Mark of the Unheard that can make sure that scavs don't shoot you from over 60 meters away, which nobody wanted that, and 6 months free of PvE when it fully came out, which nobody was asking for. After more and more pushback, they finally relented, and they said that EOD members would get the offline PvE when the full version of Escape from Tarkov releases, which is set to be around end of 2025. Although the new edition is still very much pay to win and a significant leap from Edge of Darkness. While Edge of Darkness was only a slight upgrade from Left Behind, the leap between Edge of Darkness and the Unheard Edition is massive. I personally would not condone buying the Unheard Edition because if we do, that means that they will get the idea that we will buy anything. Therefore, they will keep selling us more and more and more. They will never delete the Unheard Edition, but if we keep pushing back, they will never try to release something like this ever again. During this whole ordeal, other games were trying to take advantage of the situation, such as Arena Breakout Infinite, in which they posted a tweet welcoming players who quit Tarkov because there was a mass exodus after what BSG did, and rightfully so. And BSG replied on Twitter getting mad over their apparent plagiarized game, which is not plagiarized at all. It's not plagiarized just because it's part of the same genre. Over the last couple of months, BSG has been releasing more paid content, but it has always been cosmetic or stash space, which is negligible, especially because they promised that you would be able to do a quest to get more stash space in the future, which is honestly 50-50 at this point. But nobody thought they were going to go so far as to uproot everything they built on, which was the Edge of Darkness edition. All of their day one supporters that bought the Edge of Darkness edition, all of the people that took a leap of faith by buying a $150 version of their game just to get screwed out of their money, basically, because after they discontinue the Edge of Darkness edition, they release a higher edition of the game that has everything that the Edge of Darkness has, except for you don't get Arena, but nobody wants to play Arena because that thing's absolutely horrible. So at the end of the day, I really want Tarkov to recover from this because it is such a good game, and I've put so much time into the game, and I enjoy it so much. But if they continue down this road of adding more and more pay-to-win content, where at some point you can't even play as a standard player, because it's already getting bad. It was already bad with EOD, but it was never so bad as to you start with ammo that can literally pen anything that the lower editions would have at the start of wipe, which means you could basically murder everybody if you at least hit a couple of shots. But no, it's definitely fine. They added it, but it's just you can't compete as a standard edition. Well, you can, because that's kind of the basis of the game. Is you have to work to like outsmart your enemy and kill them anyway. But when they can shoot you once and you spontaneously combust and die, you really can't do much about that. But it's getting to the point that as a casual player, to compete, you have to buy one of the higher editions because the casual player is not that good at Escape from Tarkov. Like, that's just the way that it is with a lot of these games. The casual player is not that good. And so the casual player needs every advantage they can get, but if they're already at a severe disadvantage on wipe day, just when they load into the game, that's when you know that we have a problem. And the PvE mode could have been such a good tool to teach new players how to play the game, because they wouldn't have to worry about getting absolutely shredded by players, especially with this new version that they have going. I really feel like the PvE version should have just been free, and they should have released the Unheard Edition just with all of their other bonuses. At the end of the day, though, I really think that they crossed a line with this one, and everybody thinks that. That's just like a... Yeah, they definitely crossed the line with this. They went too far when it came to pay to win in the game, because there was always a little bit of pay to win, but it was never that bad. But then they crossed the line of that bad by doubling EOD almost, and making it really hard to play against. But anyway, this will probably be my last video when it comes to this topic, unless they do something else, and I'll just make like a smaller video just updating on it. But that's all for now. See ya.